Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for August. I hope everybody out there is doing great. I am going to take a quick second, Pisces, just to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Pisces, so just take what resonates for you. Simply leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the monthly readings are predictive in nature, so if these events aren't occurring right now, they could occur in the next few weeks, depending upon your timeline. As always, Pisces, don't force yourself into a reading that's just not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Pisces? What would you like Pisces to know for August? Okay. All right, so we have the Four of Swords, and it is crossed by the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So you may be taking a break. I do see you taking a rest. And it's because something has become clear to you. You may feel like you have no other choice but to kind of hold back communication in some form. In your recent past, we have the Five of Pentacles. You're feeling rejected, feeling left out in the cold. So this is why you're resting. Let's see why all this is happening. Show me why all this is happening. Pisces. Six of Pentacles, because you want an even give and take, an equal give and take. Yeah, you are showing up here as being a very generous person. What's on your mind is the Magician. So you're manifesting. You're in a very high manifestation state, so that's good. We'll clarify to see what exactly you are manifesting. Show me what's coming for Pisces in August. Page of Wands in the reverse. You may continue to not speak to somebody. There could be some bad news that's going to be clarified for you. Let's see how you're showing up. You may feel that there's somebody you've been dealing with that is a little bit, they act like a little bit like a spoiled child for some of you. Because the Page of Wands in the reverse is somebody who, when they don't get their way, they throw tantrums. So some of you could be dealing with somebody who throws tantrums, or you could simply be dealing with a child or somebody who acts childish. You're showing up with the Four of Wands in the reverse. This indicates that there has been an ending of some sort. Let's see the energy of who's coming towards you. Wow, that's interesting. All right, so Judgment in the reverse. You may have somebody coming towards you that wants a reconciliation here, and it doesn't seem to be happening. Somebody who isn't making the best judgment calls. Spirit is going to give advice regarding either pouring love into yourself, because there's a need for self-love here, or an ending, or both. In your ending, the end result here at the end of the month, the energy is showing that there is something here that isn't over. Something's not completely over. Wow, bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Wands. So there's some sort of communication or a sudden change, possibly travel, that is underlying everything. That's interesting. All right, so let's clarify. Spirit, why is this Four of Swords here for Pisces? King of Swords. Yeah, you're getting honest with yourself, putting in some, some limits and some boundaries here. I feel like you're being very truthful. If there is going to be communication, you want it to be truthful communication. You could be dealing with a Scorpio is strong, but you could also be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Why is this Seven of Cups reversed? There's a card that's like popped out but went back in. Oh, the Magician in reverse. So something that isn't manifesting. Okay. So there's a need for healing here. I do see that there's a need for healing. Something is unbalanced though. So it's almost like you've pulled back and you're in this resting phase, not communicating because something here is unbalanced. And you feel like you don't have any other choice but to pull back. Show me why this Five of Pentacles is here. Yeah, you're letting go of something or someone. Because you felt like this person or this situation, there's either been a loss. Now, it could be financial. Some of you could have had a financial loss here. in the past, if this is pertaining to your money. But I feel like you're releasing and letting go of these feelings of rejection. Let me see why the Six of Pentacles is here. Somebody wasn't giving you an equal give and take, and I do feel like you've pulled back from this person. You feel like you just didn't have any other choice because it's so unbalanced, and you want balance. Yeah, you're thinking long term. Ten of Pentacles. Somebody could be influencing you in a positive way, friends or family. These would be long-term friends. And I do feel like if you've had a recent loss in your finances, that you're going to become, you know, that's coming back to you. Trust me on this, because I see a lot of money underlying all of this. Reaching that pinnacle where you feel, you know, very supported. I see you surrounded by family and friends, and I see that in your life you're creating balance and you're creating money too. Let's see what you're manifesting. Why is this Magician here? King of Wands. So you're pulled back. You feel like you should not take action on a situation. But I'm also feeling like maybe you don't have the passion in your life that you're looking for, whether that's regarding job, money, or whether it's regarding a person. So you're manifesting that passion here, but it seems elusive to you right now. So you're really not taking action. You're more in this mental state where you're pulled back. You're thinking about things. You're getting clear on everything. You're trying to bring balance into every area of your life. Let me look at August for you. Spirit, show me August for Pisces. Show me August for the sign of Pisces. Okay. So a little bit of erratic energy. I do have to point that out. Give me a second. Some of your cards went to the floor. All right. All right, so we have the Eight of Swords reversed, Three of Swords reversed, the Empress also reversed. Here's that confusion. All right, so we have the Seven of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups reversed. Now that's in Spirit's advice for you. We have the Eight of Coins, Nine of Wands reversed. We have the Hangman in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles, interesting, the Chariot, the Two of Wands, and Judgment reversed. That's the energy coming towards you as well. So you've got some repeat cards coming up, which is very interesting. So I do feel like you may be, like I said, not communicating with somebody. Some of you could be dealing with a child or somebody that is childish in their behavior. There's a little bit of this sense of you're not worried about it. So in the first week of August, I see you, you know, not really going out a lot, but it's like you're in this I am unbothered phase. You're kind of figuring things out. Like I said, you do have a very strong support system, which is good. So you're in this energy of, I'm just unbothered. I'm unworried about it. I don't, you know, maybe I go out, maybe I don't go out. You're not really concerned about it. If you are dealing with somebody who behaves in a childish manner, or you've received bad news, it's like you're kind of like, okay, well, I'm just going to move forward. I'm going to deal with myself. I'm going to work on myself. I do see you spending quite a bit of time alone right in that first week. There is something in the first week with regard to, you know, a poverty mindset. So be careful about that. It's being created because of confusion. There's something about, you know, this poverty mindset that it's coming from the past and you're trying to free yourself from that. But, you know, be careful of your mindset in the first week of August. I do see that in the second week of August, you may have some options opening up to you. And it looks like with those options, it's more with regard to money and less with regard to love. So be aware of that. I do see that there is a situation that, and we're going to get clarification because Spirit's going to address this, very directly. It may have to do with an ending, or it may have to do with love in general. But I do see that there is confusion surrounding this in the middle of the month. It looks like you are more or less pouring your energy into work and how you make your money, and less so in your social life in the first couple of weeks of August. I do see you working very hard in those first 2 weeks. And I feel like you're tired. You're tired of dealing with problems with love. You're tired of dealing with problems with a specific person, perhaps. So whoever comes to mind. Although I do see you willing to work things out. I do see you willing to work things out, but at the same time, you're not going to nurture it. You're not going to pour the energy into it. You're very isolative in those first 2 weeks and really kind of taking a break from the social scene, it looks like. In the third week, I do see you gaining some enlightenment about something. Something you've been waiting for is coming through, and you're going to see this very clearly. You're getting, this confusion is clearing up. And it's like you're not having to do anything. There's something that enlightens you in that third week. And there's something you've been waiting for is coming through. Now, for some of you, that is with regard to finances and money. I see forward movement in the third week. There's a resolution to some problems. For some of you, it may have to do with a commitment of some sort. But you're definitely getting enlightenment about that. Something that you've been waiting for, whether it's finances or whether it has to do with a commitment. You're receiving something, some enlightenment, and the wait is over. So I imagine that's when this change is coming through. There's forward movement, and it feels very triumphant. It feels good. In the fourth week, I do see you moving forward. I see you choosing to move in a particular direction. There's a decision being made in the fourth week. It is regarding money, if that's what you've been waiting for, or it could have to do with commitment. But I see things moving forward in that fourth week in a very triumphant manner. I am also seeing plans being made. So some of you may be planning travel, or making plans with regard to travel. And I'm seeing, though, that there's a concern about this energy that is coming towards you. So we're going to clarify both of those things, both Spirit's advice and that energy moving towards you. So things are starting to move in the fourth week, and I'm seeing a sudden change coming in here. There is some concern about making a poor judgment call. Now, let's see how you're showing up. Whatever it is you've been waiting for seems to budge in the third week, and then there's forward movement in the fourth week, Pisces. All right, so we have the Page of Cups. We have the Page of Swords, and we have the Five of Cups. So there is still some sadness in your energy about an ending. It could have been an ending of a long-term relationship or a marriage, but you're kind of looking back at it. There's some sadness related to it, but I feel like you have learned lessons from this, and you're looking for love here. I see with the Page of Cups, there could be somebody, a new connection that you're kind of reconciling here. Perhaps things didn't move forward the way you wanted it to, but you're looking, you're checking it out. You're trying to see, is this something viable? But I see you carrying forward these lessons from the past. And this is why you may be concerned about making a poor judgment call. You don't want to move into a situation that, is the same as what you've left, with just a different face. And I see that. I'm also seeing, though, that your feelers are out with regard to love. You're looking to see, particularly about a new person. You're checking to see what this person is up to. You're checking to see if there's viability in that connection. You're just not willing to go back into something that you've already experienced from your past, but with a new person. And I think that that's commendable. There is love, though, by the end of the month that is behind you. You don't see it because you may be focused on these lessons from the past so much so that you're not seeing the love that is present. Now, let's look and see this energy coming towards you. Spirit, show me the energy coming towards Pisces. Show me the energy. Thank you. All right, so the energy coming towards you is clarified by the Six of Wands, the Fool, and the Magician in the reverse. So there's something that's trying to manifest here for you. You could be dealing with another Pisces or a Scorpio, or a Gemini. You don't have to be, though. They could just have that prominent in their chart. But the person that's coming towards you, this is somebody that also doesn't want to make a poor judgment call. So you both may have learned some lessons from the past. You're both in a manifestational stage. However, this person is holding back. They want a successful new beginning. It doesn't really tell me whether or not this is someone from the past. It could be, because we do have this Death card in reverse. This is somebody I feel like you do know that is kind of holding back because they're afraid of making a poor judgment call. I suspect it's this person that you're focused on here that's new. They're holding back. They're not allowing this to manifest because they're concerned about whether or not it's going to be successful. They know that they would have to take a leap of faith in order for this to be successful, and they're as concerned as you are about making a poor judgment call. I am seeing somebody, for some of you, that is from the past that wants a new beginning with you, but they're afraid that it's not going to happen. They're afraid that it's never going to come about. Some of you are dealing with somebody who could hold a place of honor or prestige. They could be in the public eye. But in either event, whether it's someone from the past or someone new, there's a sense of holding back, not allowing the manifestation to come through. Let me see Spirit's advice. Why is this Ace of Cups in reverse? Just know, Pisces, that while you're in a resting phase now, that there's something that's going to budge, and it's going to budge quickly. All right, we have the Knight of Swords. We have the Four of Swords, and that's your energy, your current energy. And we have the Strength card in reverse. So Spirit is saying that with regard to love, if you want this to manifest, you have to speak your truth. You have to come forward. There could be somebody speaking a truth to you, but there's fear. So you're being guided here not to allow fear to hold you back. But you're also being guided to pour the love into yourself. There's a great need for self-love and to work on yourself and to always speak your truth. So, yeah, that's really good. And I do feel like that is going to be really prominent for you around the middle of the month. And that's probably what is going to, if you follow this advice, that's what's going to be turning things around. Let's look at your outcome. Spirit, why is the Death card here in reverse? Show me the outcome for Pisces at the end of August. All right, so we have the Seven of Coins reverse. We have the Sun, and we have the Star. Beautiful energy. So there's something here that is not over, Pisces. And for some of you, it's something to do with a new person. Something that isn't quite manifesting, but if it does manifest, it could actually lead to marriage or a commitment here. It's something that neither of you are actually, and it could be someone from the past too, so just take it as it resonates for you. But there's something here that neither of you are investing in right now, but it's not done. It's not over. Now, should either of you choose to invest or to speak your truth here, because there's something you're being very silent about, but clarity is coming. And when that clarity comes, it's going to bring about a lot of hope. So it's not over. Whether this is someone from the past or this is somebody new that you know, because I do feel that it's someone you know. It's not someone because you're checking on them. You're looking into what they're up to, what they're doing, the viability of it. Don't allow the fear to hold you back. All right? Don't allow that fear to hold you back. Because what I'm seeing is that it will become very balanced, and and that's what you're looking for, is a balanced connection. And it's going to lead to a lot of happiness. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Leo. Scorpio is pretty strong as well. But I do see that the person that you're dealing with here, or the situation that you're dealing with, I do see them gaining some clarity by the end of the month. It brings in this hope, and it's a wish fulfillment for you. Currently, I see that neither of you are really investing in it, and it looks like for the same reason. Neither of you want to make a poor judgment call here. But I feel like that's going to budge. That's going to budge. Spirit is saying, speak your truth in the situation. Make sure you're pouring the love into yourself, and don't let fear hold you back. All right? So that's very interesting. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords in the reverse. That sudden change has to do with healing a broken heart. So, it looks to me, Pisces, like you're dealing with somebody either, that you've been in a connection with that ended, or it's somebody new. Take it as it resonates for you. But there's healing that's coming about through this situation for both of you. And communication is going to be key in this situation, because I do see a sudden change happening here. All right, so let me pull an oracle for you and see if there's any further advice. Spirit, I'm pulling for Pisces. Pulling for Pisces. All right, let's see what we have, Pisces. Number 36. So 36 comes down to a 9, and 9s are, 10's the end of a cycle. So you're not quite at an end of a cycle. There's something here that you are learning, and it involves you needing to take a leap of faith. It says, the seeker, all-seeing eye, spirit, release. It says, could you surrender just a bit more? So you're almost at an end of a cycle. There's the third eye opening here. There's tears. So I do feel like you're healing something, Pisces. And I do see by the end of the month, there's going to be forward movement. Now, let me read this to you. Give me just a second. It says, I surrender to the divine. The third eye does not look in order to see. Instead, it feels and knows. It is the most mystical of all spiritual symbols and is the seeker of our world. The part of us that brings us to higher understandings and connects us with the divine, if we allow it to. The seeker is the cloaked being who can travel between realms, the one who uncovers universal magic and mysteries, the finder of Atlantis in the sea, the opener of ancient books even when the world tells them not to. They travel to forbidden and uncharted lands when others are too fearful to do so. Ironically, our human nature and our own two eyes often get in the way of our seeking. Part of learning is to see with our third eye is actually, let me try that again. Part of learning to see with our third eye is actually to close our own, to get out of our way of boxed-in thinking, rationalizing, and overanalyzing. Reason and logic are not what carry us to magical realms. It is surrendering to spirit and quieting our mind so we can open up to the mysterious. The one who learns to see does it by using their third eye connection with spirit. Notice that the goddess in the artwork is crying. She cries tears of awe and wonder at what she is seeing. Her third eye, wide open and looking toward the heavens, is symbolic of the heightened understandings and awakenings we are capable of receiving. A release, which is the tears flowing downwards, allows for the rise, the third eye seeing upwards. Observe how the goddess becomes the horizon. She is the rising sun with a renewed sense of optimism for life. The sun is within her mouth as though she will speak, express, or sing about her powerful experience. That surrendering and releasing rather than controlling and consuming was how she achieved it. So she asks you, could you surrender just a little bit more? Wow, that's beautiful. And I do feel like that's what you're doing right now, Pisces. Pisces are generally very intuitive. They're a water sign. And I feel like you are definitely during this time where you are isolating a little bit. I feel like you are surrendering. You're allowing yourself to feel and allowing that third eye to open instead of, rationalizing and using thought processes. So this is very good. All right. I hope this has been helpful for you, Pisces. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. And until I see you in your weekly readings, namaste.